All right, so what the heck? So let me get everything going here. We're gonna start in a second. I'm going live a little bit early today. We're gonna look at Bitcoin. We're gonna look at everything overall, and yeah, we'll get started. So we'll look at Bitcoin, the crypto market. If you guys have any requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and we will get started on that. A coin I did tell you guys to buy on Saturday was Optimus coin. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. Flip the camera. This is a coin I told you guys to buy. I believe when I talked about it, it was in the 50s. Now it's at 72. It's basically Elon Musk is building a robot called Optimus, and he thinks it's going to be the future of the workforce, which, you know, as scary as it might be, that's what he thinks. And so someone launched a meme coin around it, and it's doing quite well. It's up, what is it, up 33% today, and the market cap is just over 7 million. So I'm in on this, and it's just what I've been looking at, and it's up at least 40% since I talked about it on Saturday. So far it's been a good play. But let's look at Bitcoin, get started on Bitcoin a little bit early, and I guess we'll go from there. So if you guys are enjoying the video or are new, appreciate it if you hit the follow button and like the live stream if you guys are enjoying what you guys are watching. So looking at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin is currently sitting at $23,200. Now I had resistance up here at $23,400. So I guess before I get too far into this, I should let my people know over here that we are. Wait, I didn't even. Hold on. I gotta share my live stream with my group chat, my Telegram group. We do have a Telegram group. It is free to join, so there's no reason you guys can't be there. I don't think I posted though in my that we are live, so I want to make sure everyone knows that we are currently live. A little bit early, so we'll see what kind of turnout we get. But all right, so resuming this, Bitcoin is currently at $23,236. I have resistance up here at $23,400. If you can't get it back above it, which the 15-minute chart is overbought, making a lower high, looking like you don't want to get above it, or it doesn't want to get above it, your next stop to the downside is $22,140. That is the next support for Bitcoin. If you can't get above that $23,400 level. So that would be kind of what I'm targeting next, unfortunately. Now, if you're bullish, I have some good news for you guys. The 1 hour chart is ready to get the bounce, although it is making a lower low. So just be cautious, trend analysis. If you're in a downtrend, don't go against the trend. That's all I got to say. The 4 hour chart, again, 4 hour chart has a little more downside it could go. It's at 20 on the stock RSI. And again, it's below the 200-day moving average barely, and it's below support. Now, the daily chart as well, it's about to get the bounce at 10 on the RSI. And again, it's actually well above the daily chart on Bitcoin is technically still bullish. But smaller time frames just don't look good, and obviously the smaller time frames have to get the reversal first so that the larger time frames can. And if that doesn't happen, then usually just nothing happens. So you would want to see a higher high above the previous high for a trend reversal, and that would be above your resistance. And on the 15-minute chart, the previous high was 23,600. So until you see a move above 23,600, and then you make a higher low above 23,100, I cannot be bullish, and we can not say that the trend is going to reverse on Bitcoin. So that's the prices right now you'd have to look out for to confirm that you're getting some sort of trend reversal. And obviously you'd also have to get above support, which is at 23.4. So that's what I'm looking at right now, short term for Bitcoin. I am bearish into tonight, but tomorrow and the rest of the week, I do think we're going to get some sort of bounce above 23.4 and maybe to the next resistance again, but at least to 23.4, which isn't much of a bounce. But I'm looking for something, a relief rally of some sort. But, I would give the daily chart another day to continue consolidating. I give the 4 hour chart maybe another 4 hours before it can get a bounce. So at least the rest of tonight, I'm looking for more downside action on Bitcoin. If we did touch 22,140 before then we got the bounce back to 23.4, that would make sense to me. We'll see what happens. But short term, I am bearish on Bitcoin. Let's go over to Bookmap. A critical error has occurred. That is not good. I guess we're going to hit continue and see what happens. Might have to refresh it because I don't think it's up to date. I don't know what happened. I just started it about 10 minutes ago before the stream, so it would work. And of course, now it's saying there's some sort of mistake. I don't know what's going on. Bear with me while we try to fix this. So, appreciate the follow, Joey. Appreciate whoever liked it. One person. Let's try to get that up into several hundred. I would like that. So, right now, Bookmap. Basically, Bookmap shows you where the liquidity is at on Bitcoin. So let me make sure you guys can actually see that. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting right there at 23,320. You have some liquidity down here at 22.9. You have some liquidity up here at 23.6. And then, of course, some at 23.4 where you have resistance. If I keep zooming out, let's see what it's looking like. See, you have some more liquidity down here at 22K, some more at 20,000, obviously, and then a lot down here at 15. So there's still a lot of people that have buy orders down here that are still hoping for Bitcoin to go down that low. And eventually, the price will go toward the most liquidity is. So if this liquidity does not move up here into the $30,000 range or something like that, or into the high 20s, it's still very likely you go see $12,000, $10,000. Well, I guess 12.5 has the most liquidity. 15,000 has the most liquidity. It's still likely you still go down there. So that's another reason I don't think the low is in. And like I said, until you see a move above 20, I think I said 25.3 or maybe it was 25.8 on a weekly candle close. I think it's 25,300 on a weekly candle close. I can't be bullish on Bitcoin. So, and we haven't gotten that yet. So that's it for Bitcoin short term. I'm looking for a move possibly as low as 22,140 and then to probably bounce back to where we are now around 23.4. And then we'll go from there when that happens. But that should take us well into tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. And if I need to make an update, I will on TikTok and YouTube. So anyways, this is one more thing I did want to talk about, and then I'll take requests. So, you know, if you guys have coins you would like me to look at, I'll look at them. It's going to be kind of a longer stream. Maybe not super long, but longer than normal on Tuesdays. Fear and Greed Index right now is currently sitting at a 50 in neutral zone. So, you know, the market's not bullish, not bearish. Just I don't think the market knows what it wants to do. It's been neutral yesterday as well at 53. So, personally, again, until I see a weekly candle close, I should say, above 25.3, I can't be bullish, and I can't say the bull runs in. I promise you, when we get a weekly candle close on Sunday night above 25.3 on Bitcoin, I will 100% go bullish. I will start DCing in a lot more into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of my long-term holds. But until I see that, you know, why would I do that if I think there's a chance we could go back to the $10,000 range, or I should say teens at least. But all right, so awesome. Appreciate the likes. Quant XLN. Let's go. All right. Appreciate the follow, Ray. Crypto climbs the wall of worry. How's it going? So we'll look at Quant. Let me get a list going. If I can find a notepad, I'll just put it on my little... Hold on a second. So the first one I saw was Quant. Then there was GRV. And I'm just going to... So Quant was the first one, then GRV. And then I think, honestly, that might be it for right now. Let's see. XLN, which I've never heard of that. XLN, I have no idea what... I've heard of XLM, but we'll look at that. All right, I think that's enough for right now. So with that being said, I don't know if I'm gonna do all of those, but you know, we'll do the first three for sure. Then we'll see how we're doing on time. I think I'll probably do most of them, but so the first few is Quant. Someone wants us to look at Quant, and then specifically price discovery. We'll use the Coinbase chart for this, and we'll go from there. Hold on. So that's what we're going to do. So Quant right now, I'm going to make a video about this because why not? All right, so Welcome to the Crypto Boss Andrew family. Let's look at Quant, specifically price discovery and where we could go if we see new all-time highs. Although short-term, I do want to look at the short-term price as well. So a daily chart right now, RSI is way oversold, due for a bounce. You can't go any lower on the daily chart, sitting at $126. I do have support from previous times I've looked at this around the 118, 120 level. To the resistance, that you have resistance around 150 or $148 if you want to be exact. The 4-hour chart right now, and also the daily chart is losing the 200-day moving average as support. The 4-hour chart right now is below the 200-day moving average, probably about to make a lower high, right? The previous high on the 4-hour chart was 134. I don't think you're going to get there. It's already struggling right now, but we'll see. It's possible. And if you get above 134, you could possibly see a trend reversal on Quant. The 1-hour chart right now is trying to make a higher low, so we will see what happens. You're not sitting on support right now, so be cautious, right? But 1-hour chart is oversold, making a higher low. The previous low was 124. Right now you get 126, so maybe it'll just be a double bottom or something. And the 15-minute chart made a higher high here, so 15-minute chart as well, trying to look a little bit bullish here, but right now it's barely making a new high. We'll see what happens. But going out now to the larger time frames, we're going to look at the weekly chart, and I'm going to get rid of this fib, and we're going to delete that. I'm going to delete whatever this is. That was probably pretty old. So the all-time high in Quant, at least on the Coinbase chart, was $424. In order to get there, to enter price discovery, which would be anything above 424, you would have to break, at least short-term, $150. Then you would have a nice move up, at least for my TA, to $205. Then you'd have another move up to probably $227. And then from $227 on, you basically had a straight shot up to the 429 level. And then when you dumped, you had a straight dump back down, and you didn't really get the first bounce to 150. So to me, honestly, if you break 227, this is still a long ways away, but if you do look in long term, if you break 227, I think you could pump to 430 very quickly, and then from there, you'd have to probably use fibs to see where it could take you. But that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. That would be the road to price discovery. I'm not going to look at new targets for price discovery because we're so far away, but that would be how the road to get to price discovery. And honestly, at least on the macro time frames, you'd only have to break a few resistances to get there. You'd only have to break 3 or basically 4 resistances to get to price discovery, at least on the daily and weekly chart. So with that being said, guys, that's all I got. If you guys enjoyed this video on Quant, pretty sure if you hit the like, subscribe button. If you guys have requests for other coins you would like me to look at, let me know in the comment section below. Awesome. So that is a video on Quant. I'll post that after this stream is done. All right, so Quant, and then someone wanted me to look at GRV, which I have no clue what this is. Is this actually a coin? I can try one of these. I've never heard of these exchanges. GRV. This might not be a coin I'm gonna look at. There's nothing to. Is it brand new? When did it come? Oh, I'm looking at the weekly chart. No wonder there's no data. Okay, so the daily chart on GRV, which still seems like it's a new coin. On the RSI and the daily chart, it's completely oversold, right? Let me just put some support and resistance levels in right now. All right, so now looking at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart, I didn't click it. 4-hour chart right now, you have resistance at 78 cents. You are basically sitting on support at 63 cents. 4-hour chart is trying to get the balance here right at support. That is looking good on the RSI. The 1-hour chart, below the 200-day moving average. 1-hour chart is struggling on the RSI, but, in a downtrend. So don't go against the trend. 50-minute chart as well as trying to get the bounce, but you're still in a downtrend. So until you see a high above 70 cents, I would say you can't be bullish on that. On GRV right now. That's it, GRV in a nutshell. I don't know. I've never heard of it. So XLM was the next request. And we'll look at XLM on Coinbase. And then after this, someone wants me to look at Quant, Avalanche, Crow, HBAR, Algo, GRT, Luna launches XLN, Algo. Appreciate the follow. GRT. So, all right. So, we'll do as many of these as possible. So XLM was the next one. XLM right now on the daily chart is currently sitting at 8.7 cents. What? Okay, I don't know where my resistance was, but you have resistance right at 9.7 cents. You have macro support at 7 cents, basically. I know I've charted this before. Maybe it was in a different exchange. I don't know why there's no data. There should be. Heck, I invested in this. I know I charted this before. But we'll just do it again. So, I don't know what's going on with it, but so right now, short term, I guess we don't care about the long term right now. Short term right now, XLM is sitting at 8.7 cents resistance, or 10 cents is resistance, like I just said, and support is at 7 cents. Daily chart or weekly chart is overbought. The daily chart is trying to actually make a higher low. That's bullish. Daily chart is almost completely oversold, making a higher low. The previous low was 8.2 cents. Right now, you're 8.7. That's looking good on the daily chart. The 4-hour chart is trying to make a higher low as well. And the 1-hour chart is getting overbought. So if you don't break 8.8 cents, you're not really bullish on the hour chart. But again, that's such a small time frame. So XLM, though, long term is looking pretty good, especially if you can break 10 cents. If you break 10 cents, I'd be looking for a move to 12.8 cents on XLM. Awesome. What do I think about Cosmos? So let's look at Cosmos. I believe Cosmos is Atom, right? I think that's right. So Cosmos right now, you have resistance short. The next resistance to the upside is 1560. You have support at $11.50. Right now you're at $12.40. Barely holding support on the daily time frame on the 200-day moving average, but the RSI is ready for a bounce. The 4-hour chart below the 200-day moving average, and 4-hour chart is ready to get that bounce. The 1-hour chart, 1-hour chart doesn't look good either. So I think 1150 is going to get hit just based on the trend analysis and the RSI. Even though RSI is due for a bounce, I would assume you're not going to get the bounce until you hit support, but that's not always the case. 15-minute chart just made a lower high and is completely overbought, confirming you're going to probably make a new low below $12.12. So to be honest with you, it would make sense if Cosmos came to this next support before getting any kind of bounce at $11.50. That would be the next stop, in my humble opinion, for Cosmos, $11.50. The next one I remember was GRT. GRT on the daily chart. I'm going to look at GRT on Coinbase, though, because I probably have that charted. Maybe not, but I think I do. And yeah, I've maybe not as well as so you have support at 12.4 cents. You have resistance at 26.2 cents. It honestly looks like GRT right now. This looks really interesting to me. This is a bull flag, plain and simple. That's a bull flag. I'll make it black actually. GRT actually could be a tradable coin right now. I will stay away from it personally. But GRT, if you guys wanted to do this, not financial advice, that's definitely a bull flag, right? So here's your flag. Wow. Something like that. And honestly, right, that'd be your flag right there. But you could even argue that it comes all the way down there. I'm not going to do that, but that would be your measure move for GRT if it wanted to break to the upside. Now, if you didn't want to use the wicks, use the wicks on GRT for the measured move, your measured move would be right there, just above resistance, and actually might take you right to a resistance. Yeah, basically resistance 26.2 cents if you don't use the wicks for the measured move. That would be your measured move out of that bull flag. That looks beautiful. Now, of course, let's check the smaller time frames. RSI is ready to go above the 200-day moving average, above support. And honestly, though, I would say, though, if you lose 15 cents, the bull flag is negated. The 4-hour chart, though, look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is making a higher low. To me, this looks like it's probably going to play out. Bull flags break out to the upside 68% of the time. 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart also looking to get the bounce below the 200-day moving average, but again, making a higher low. 15-minute chart making a lower high, but but technically, again, as long as you stay above 15 cents, I would say you're still bullish, and you can still say you're in this bull flag on the daily time frame. So I wouldn't focus too much on the 15-minute time frame. To me right now, it looks like GRT is going to make a nice move of, I don't know how much percent that would be. I could look. about 60 to 70% depending on your entry point. So GRT to me looks like it could have a nice run to the upside. Not financial advice, but that is definitely a trade I would be in if I was trading GRT. So with that being said, I think we've done all the requests. If not, let me know and I'll look at another one. And I need to refresh this. So this is one Optimus I talked about it Saturday. I think it can run up into tomorrow night as Tesla Day is happening. Just, you know, I'll tell you this. The charts tell you the news before the news actually breaks. When charts run up, it tells you that there's going to be bullish news regarding whatever the coin is about, especially if it's a higher market cap coin. Meme coins, maybe not so much, and I would say this is a meme coin, but we'll see what happens. And then tomorrow, it's probably going to be sell the news event. So if you see a nice run up before the event tomorrow night, there's probably going to be dumps. So to me, personally, I'm in the trade. I'll watch the event, but if we start dumping, I'm going to get out because it's probably going to be a sell into the news event when Elon Musk announces that they're, you know, building robots. That's all I'll say. So I don't know. That's a play I'm in right now, though. So if there's any other requests, let me know. You are welcome. But with that being said, that's kind of it. I mean, to wrap up on Bitcoin, I'm looking for Bitcoin to make probably hit 22,200 at some point. That is the next support I have, at least. Yeah, and I hate to say it, but you know, if you don't hold 22,140, you know, you're looking at 21.3. There's not very much support at 22.2. So if you don't get back above 24.3, this could be a nice dump on Bitcoin back to 21.3. If I'm just being honest. So be aware of Bitcoin and it's how bearish it is right now, because to me right now it does not look very good, right? So Bitcoin right now, unless you get above 23.4, I would be looking for 22.2 to be the next tab. If that doesn't hold, which isn't very strong support, I would be looking for 21.4, 21.3 to be the following stop after that. So that is, I mean, that's just what I'm looking at, right? So Bitcoin is pretty bearish right now, so obviously if Bitcoin is bearish, this is less likely in GRT to play out, but it still can play out. All coins can still run. Now, if Bitcoin goes sideways, this would be the best case scenario for GRT because it would give the alts a chance to catch up, especially the ones that look bullish like GRT. This is by far, if I was going to do any trade of the day besides Optimus, this would be a little bit safer trade than Optimus GRT right here. And if you want to put a stop loss in, I'm not telling you how to trade or anything, but your stop loss could be around 12 cents. That'd be a pretty steep stop loss. You'd have to zoom into the smaller time frames to see where you'd want it. I'd probably put it below the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart, so maybe at like 14 cents, 14.2, and then around 14 cents. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, appreciate if you hit the like, subscribe button, follow if you guys are on TikTok, and I'm gonna get on out of here because I don't see any more requests. So I hope you all have a great night. I'll see you guys on Saturday for our next live stream. I'll probably go live this Saturday a little bit earlier, probably be at like 1 p.m. Central Time. But I will be live on Saturday just a little bit earlier. So I'll see you guys all then. Until then, trade safe, have a great weekend and a great week. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. And if there's any other requests on YouTube, I will look at them. Otherwise, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to get on out of here. I hope you all have a great week. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next live stream. I'm going to post this video on, I don't remember what coin it was on. But I'm going to post that video as I get out of here and then go from there. So